maybe. There we go. Cool. And we are live. Okay. So, this is a test stream. I'm going to be doing a series of these. It's very distracting to have 3 versions of my face over there on the computer screen. Gonna have to cover that up. I guess I just like looking at myself. What can I say? So this is really a test stream. I'm going to be doing some Godot for game development. And I'm testing it out to see if it works. Because I've heard mixed results from people who stream game development. It can be too much of a job, too distracting, get in the way a lot. Or maybe not. I'm thinking that my temperament is such that maybe it won't be. So I'm going to be taking you into this game that I'm developing. It's called The Butcher and the Beast. It's a platformer where you're a butcher. There's a monster stuck in your butcher shop, so you're running around chopping up cute animals to feed to that monster. And I'll just show you some of what I do in Godot 4. I'm amateur programmer, amateur level design guy, amateur artist, amateur writer, amateur streamer, clearly. But I hope that all of these things come together to make an interesting game. And I'll show you at least what I've learned and how I do things, and hope that it will be edifying and at least entertaining or useful. All right, so let's go into Godot here. So I'm currently in the kind of throw things at the wall design phase of this level, 2-2. And the main mechanic for this level is trampolines. So I've got these little kind of trampolines that hover in the air, and you can, bounce over things. Boing. There's a little bit of a circus strongman vibe with my butcher here. So I made them kind of like circus stretchers that you would catch a flying trapeze artist who wasn't flying. Anyway, boing, boing. Got a nice star in the middle. And right now I'm just making really basic, different arrangements of the trampoline and level geometry. No. What? What happened there? Nothing. Just ignore that. Just to see what's interesting, what are kind of the limits of this trampoline that I've built. Is there anything I need to change? And, I'll come back to that jump with the spikes on it. For the first phase of the level, so close. Too close. And the second phase will be combinations of the looking for combinatorial mechanics. So how the trampoline combines with other things that I've already introduced in the game. Whoa. You can see I removed the trampoline's legs so I could just stick them in the air and have bouncy platforms in the middle of the air, and also kind of pop through them like that, so I can create kind of these tunnels of trampolines that bounce the player through them. Boing, boing, boing. But right now I'm just trying to push trampolines as far as they can go. But I've just now realized that there's a problem. Okay. So when you're platforming, technically this is a design problem, really. Technically, it's optimal to bounce on the kind of edge of the trampoline, because then you can kind of get the furthest. So, boing. And then especially this puzzle, this is why I said we'd get back to it. If I bounce on the edge like this, it's much easier to get over than if I bounce in the middle. But that's kind of counterintuitive, because not only are we trained from our misspent youth bouncing on trampolines to bounce in the middle and all that, so you don't fall off, but also I've put this lovely white star right in the middle. Boom, there's your target. You want to hit the middle, but it's technically suboptimal to do so. And so there's kind of this tension, like you want to hit the middle, but it really makes things like this harder if you hit the middle. So first thing I want to do tonight is tweak the trampoline a little bit and make it so that the middle boosts you up more than the edges, so that it actually kind of feels bad to land on the edge. And when you hit the middle, it's like, and maybe if you hit the middle, we could even have like a little particle effect or something to be like, boom, you did it. Way to go. Celebrate. Okay. So we go into the trampoline here. And what do we want? So currently, we just got this area 2D. I think probably we're just going to tweak the speed. So we'll want to see if the player is within kind of the middle area. And if he is, you want to increase the speed. If it's towards the edges, you want to decrease the speed. I'm wondering if we just do this as the difference between the player and the position of the trampoline. Is that trying to be too smart? I might be trying to be too smart. Because I know I could also just kind of chuck another area in there. Chuck another area, have it behave differently. But that starts to get a little bit messy, complicated. So, let's see. Let's look at the structure of the trampoline. Where's 0, 0? The problem is 0, 0 is kind of offset because trampoline was not fitting on the grid well. I'm sorry. I hope that's not coming through too loud. I'm still recovering from a little bit of a cold. And I really should have a way to mute myself. Let me see if this is part of the test stream, figuring out the problems here. So tell me, OBS, how do I mute you? Toggle mute microphone. So I wonder if I could do this through Road Connect. Can I? I can. Is that optimal? Doesn't feel like it's optimal. So in theory, let's bring up OBS. In theory, if I do this, and then we're back. Can we set a hotkey for that road, please? Not in preferences. Come on, road. Is there already? No. Alas, there's no way to set a hotkey for that. Okay, sorry. I'm getting used to this streaming thing, and not just making random noises all the time would probably be good, right? I'm guessing it would be best if we just didn't make random ear-popping noises all the time. But let me know in the comments if you like to be deafened. You know, I'll randomly deafen. No, I won't. That's stupid. Okay, well, for now we've got one method, but we'll figure that out for the next stream. Getting back to, you know, game development. So, let's have the trampoline. Wait a minute. Oh, no, we can do it from the kind of origin of the trampoline, because the origin of the trampoline is still where it should be. Everything else is just shifted over. So, let's see. What can we do here? Yeah. So we're going to, that's pretty good. Increase speed if, yeah, we could just have a speed multiplier. Wabam. So take the position of the position x value of the vector here. Speed multiplier. Max distance not declared. Tisk tisk. So let's see what this is doing here. I just copy pasted this code from ChatGPT. I know. No, not ChatGPT. Bing. What's it? If you have concerns with AI, please don't tell me about it. Don't leave it in the comments. I use AI. Stick around if you like AI. If not, it's okay. Go. Distance. Mute time. Okay. Speed multiplier equals 1 plus 1 minus distance divided by max distance. Okay. Right. So this allows us to kind of set the bounds of... I don't think we really need to do that, though, because it's already going to be bounded by the area 2D. So 1 plus 1 minus distance. So the distance is going to be x position of the player minus 0. Why did it say minus 0? It's a nice thing. I can ask questions. Because I don't understand why minus 0. Okay. it's not necessary. It's there to indicate that we're calculating the distance from the center, which is at 0. Got it. So it's just for clarity, but all right. So the distance is going to be from the center. ABS body position. I want to see what this comes out as. So it's going to be a positive value. That's the absolute value of the position x. So how wide is this roughly? Transform. Can we see actually? Yeah, there it is. 35 pixels. So we're going to be from 0 to 17, 18 pixels. 17, 18. Positive either way from the middle. All right, and then this speed multiplier is 1 plus 1 minus the distance. 1 plus 1 minus the distance. So, I'm kind of interested to see what this does. Divided by maximum was there. Divided by maximum distance. So let's think about this. 1 plus 1 minus the distance. So the distance can be 0 to 18, right? So then the speed multiplier decreases the further away from the middle it is. And if it's in the middle, the speed multiplier would just be 2. Okay. And then we're going to multiply by the speed multiplier. So this is going to be messed up. Well, does it matter? Yeah, let's do this. Times speed multiplier. Okay, but then if the speed multiplier is 1 plus 1 minus 0, say, we're dead in the middle, then we're going to have speed be 2, which is not ideal. But let's just see how it goes when we run it. Dead. Nothing. Now that I did not expect. Interesting. So why nothing? The velocity equals direction times speed multiplier. Speed is 300. Let's just check some of these things out. Okay. You will have noticed already that I'm not the greatest programmer in the world. Whoa. Body position. Okay. Body position X. So our absolute value body position X is 1583. That is a problem. Why? Body position X. Why would our body position be that messed up. Mm-hmm. Concatenation. And then we don't need this anymore, do we? Well, let's leave it to compare. And then the plus. Oops. How did we mess that up? Oh. You'll also notice that I'm not the greatest of typists. All right, let's go. Let's bounce on one of these things again. Moving the game off to my other display so I can actually see the output. Okay. Interesting. So I have no real clear idea of why this is happening. Because we're going to learn something today because I'm confused. Because it's definitely not the player's something. No, it can't be. Oh, okay, so we're away. Well, we're not that far out. What's the position of this trampoline? 0? No. No. Drat. Go away. Yeah, that's relative. 1600. Okay, so we're getting the global position. But I wouldn't have expected that to actually work. So the body is the player. Distance is body position.x. Wait a minute, what are we trying to do? We need to subtract. Yeah. Okay. Learning something new. Because if we get the local position of the player, that's not good either. What we want to do is the relative position of the player to the trampoline. Right. So what we really want is thanks Bing AI. What we really want is the position x minus position dot x. Yeah? Yeah. You know I did. I removed my debug stuff before I was done with it. Dopey. Distance. Okay. I'm sorry I coughed without muting myself again. Apologies. Here we go. There we go. 9. distance 9, 19, distance 29, 15, 2, 11, 9. Okay, so now distance is a suitably small number. Distance, yes, because it's the absolute value. So then speed multiplier is going to be a small-ish negative number. Always. Well, unless we're, no, even if we're right at the middle. So 7, 5. We didn't get close enough to the middle for it to be positive, yeah? Yeah. So then, what do we want speed multiplier to be, though? So if we're close to the middle, we want it to be a little more than 300, let's say. A little boost. And if we're further away from the middle, we want it to be 1/8 of that, let's say. We probably don't want it to be a smooth gradient, though. Like from the middle to the side. We probably want it to be two distinct things, because that will be easier for the player to actually grok. So speed multiplier this is also not good. So we want speed multiplier up. Here it comes. We're back, and we're unmuted. Very important. Okay, so let's look at Godot some more here. Let's look and let's think. I haven't made a random loud noise recently. Maybe I should do that. Okay. So we want the speed multiplier to, let's just put in some. So distance. It looks to me, and I should be able to, actually calculate this. Why was distance 30 there? Must have been really... Anyway, I would imagine with this little trampoline, darn, actually, this is not going to work the way I wanted it to. because the trampoline is off center. So, do we have the trampoline be something that we have to manually... I should also pay attention to where my microphone is. I'll need to do some experiments with the microphone. So, do we manually adjust the trampoline every time we want to place it down so it's the right space between the trampoline and the wall? Or do we do this a different way? Oh, hold on. No, we just set a new center in code, right? Yeah. So this area here is 8 pixels off. Yeah. So -8. So we're going to take its position, X. We're going to subtract 8. And then we're going to subtract the body position from that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So if we're what? Minus, let's look at the sprite here, shall we? Is there a way I can actually see? Okay. Let's just see what the edge of the star is by not moving that. It is, let's just call it a 12 pixels. 10. Let's call it 10. Okay. Ten pixels either way. So if distance is what? It's always a positive number. It's less than 10, right? Then speed multiplier is, so let's just take speed multiplier. First we're just gonna set it as a 0. 1. Make it a float. Infer. Can't infer. Fine. Be that way, Godot 4. I don't know why I'm typing this out. So, if distance is greater than, less than 10, so distance from the middle is less than 10, then speed multiplier. And for just testing things out, we're going to make it like 3. Because I really want to be able to be sure that our code is working. If distance is... So do we... I don't think the trampoline's big enough to have 3 zones. So else speed multiplier is 1. Or maybe, you know, even like... No, let's just leave that at 1. Okay? Alright. We don't need to print this anymore. We're going to play the bouncing animation. And then speed times speed. Multiplier is going to give us a giant boost. Ridiculous boost. If we are in the middle. So let's try to do the edge first. Boing. Boing. Middle. Wah! That's fun. Edge. Middle. Now, is that permissive enough? Does it feel fair? Does it feel like... that's actually not bad. Should we maybe reduce it down to make it like pretty hard to pull off? Let's give it a try. Loading Godot. Won't flub. Aha. Okay, so let's change this to be not silly. Since we know it works, we're going to actually make it a bit of a flub and then 1.2. Okay, so it's not, hopefully not super duper obvious what we're doing. You just kind of like extra incentivize to boing. That's fairly obvious. Boing. Boing. And then bouncing on the edge is actually definitely not optimal because you can't even make it over things. Ooh, that feels good. Yeah. Oh. And that feels good too, actually, because I felt like I deserved that. I like this. This is good. This is really good. Okay. Boing. Boing. Aim for the middle, man. Ouch. Less so. Less so deserved. This might be just in the category of the designer cheating for themselves, but I feel like 6 is a little bit too harsh. 8. Okay. Let's give it a try. So much of this is about game feel, you know? Does it feel fair? A lot of times that means it's not fair if it feels fair. Because we like things human. It should have like a disappointing bounce sound. So like cheerful or not. I should probably record some sound effects. Okay. But what does it sound like right now? I don't think I have any audio on here, do I? Reset the volume. What does it sound like right now? Doesn't sound like anything at all. Let's see. Bloop. Wait. Gotta turn on my computer volume. Oh, shaking. Shaking. I'm sorry. Nope. Oh, that's just the worst thing when it doesn't have any audio. Okay, so let's record some audio, shall we? And we can get into what I'm doing for audio. First, let's pull up Audible. Audacity. I got audiobooks on the brain. Audacity, come here, please. Okay. So now we're going to create a new thing and we're going to get... nope. We're not going to create a new thing. We're just going to create a new track. Mono or stereo? Yeah. Okay, so you're going to see something strange here. Okay. All right. I'm not cold. Okay, so we need a cheerful, successful bounce sound. And we need a, oh, you messed it up. Y'all messed it up, mate. All right, so let's do that. I think I hear someone. Then again, perhaps not. Thumb away. But there's a lot of noise, so I can't record sound effects just now. But eventually, you will find out why I have a blanket on my shoulders. Shenanigans have passed. Okay. Shenanigans have passed. All right. So the blanket might not be necessary, but I have found. I should test this with my new microphone at some point, but I have found blanket over the head and the microphone improves sound quality, makes it less tin canny, and the better the sound that you can get into the computer without processing it, just the better the sound. So we're gonna make a little blanket fort. Ugh. And make these sounds with a minimum of dignity. What was it? Yeah, unencumbered by dignity. All right, let's go. Okay, should we start with triumphant? Nah, sad. Here we go. Okay, triumphant. Okay. Let's see which one of those sounded most like a trampoline and not a strange man under a blanket. Ha. Okay. Let's go. Okay, should we start with triumphant? Nah. Sad. Here we go. That's good. It needs to be short. Okay. Triumphant. So, do I like the humming afterwards or not? So I was thinking like the trampoline can kind of like vibrate and create some residual humming afterwards, but do I like it? And do I like it in comparison to the I'm sorry for your ears. So many sorries for your ears right now. There are many different apologies that I owe your ears right now. No. Those last three sounded pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So let's cut it out, export it. By the way, if you're creating sounds in Audacity, and you want to just be able to slice it out. Oh, I forgot to do my special stuff. You want to be able to slice it out and export it. There's a special setting that will remove all the white noise from the beginning, so you can just do this. And it'll remove all that white noise at the beginning. There's a special hidden setting that's not on by default, so be sure to do that if you're using Audacity. But first we need to do voodoo magic to my voice by adding bass. So tell me, audio people, when that happens, that's not especially good, right? Do we want to normalize it? Is that what we want to do? I also forgot to do noise reduction, so I'm going to undo all of that. Did I leave some silence? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So noise reduction. Got the noise profile. Noise reduction again. Noise reduced. And in my experience, you need to do it twice. Generally speaking. I don't know why. I should probably actually listen to it. This is the one I wanted. Okay, no more noise. Now, so I only have a very fuzzy idea of what normalization is. So if you know, tell me. Or I could just ask Google. Oh, okay. So normalizing looks like it takes all the, like the highest, that would be the loudest values and sets them at the top, yeah? No? I don't know what normalizing does. We're going to make this a little quieter. And then we're going to enhance the natural bass in my voice. It's still too loud. Oh, what can I say? Let's hear that now. Has a little more punch to it. Nah. That would have been funny if it was a boxing glove and not a trampoline. Something like that. Okay, that sounds pretty triumphant. Let's export it. Export as WAV. And we'll call it bounce success. Bounce success. Okay. Undo. Now we're going to go pick out a bounce failure. So, boom. Really marinate my brain in that sound. That's perfect. No. No. Oh. I think I found the perfect one right out the gate. That's so good. All right, let's go. Export as Bounce. Fail. Save. All right, let's go back into Godot and plug those in. Oh yeah, we can just stick it in here. So, sound player. Play sound. Positional. Do I care? Yeah, I do. Okay. So we're gonna play the sound positional. We need 2 arguments. So first we're going to do bounce. Did I mention that I'm a second-rate typist? I did, didn't I? Okay. Bounce. Success. Up, but up. It's supper time, Seymour. It's supper time. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. You can do it. Let's just see if this works. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long. It's a little too loud. Makes too much of itself, but I like it. Okay, that's good. All right. I think that's it for this stream. I might do a stream later tonight, depending on how we're feeling. We meaning it's a royal we. But thanks for watching this inaugural test stream. Let me know how it goes, if I need to change anything, and what normalization does. We'll see you later. Yes, end my stream.